what I'm about to share with you is never been shared the way I'm going to share with you, so that the triggers that you have been experiencing in your life, the limitation and the challenges you face by being triggered is going to be dissolved today. And I want you to really understand where this is all coming from. And as we go through this, knowledge that I'm going to share with you is going to release the limitation and the blocks and the barrier that has kept you stuck and made you constantly be triggered by external reality. And if you are sick of being triggered and being affected by external reality, then I really want you to pay close attention. Just a note, if you have a short attention span, then I need you to just sit with this, because you have no idea how this video is going to change the way you think and the way you perceive your life and the reason why you get triggered. If you really want to resolve that, then you have to sit through this and really take in what I am saying to you, because this type of information is not readily available on the internet. And if you truly want to change your life and want to make a difference, then I want you to just patiently walk through this process that I am about to share with you. So let's get started. So growing up, you were in dysfunctional family environment. Either both of your parents or one of your parents were not available for you. You had to soothe your parents when you were a child, and you had to be there for your parents. And because of that, you had to invalidate your feelings because of the dysfunction you were experiencing as a child. And that made you really be focused on the outside and ignore how you were feeling in the inside. And because of your parents and your caregivers were not available for you the way you needed it, you felt unseen, unaccepted, unloved. And all of these feelings were feeding into your subconscious. That was creating this program within you to really teach you that you are unseen, you are not loved, you are not accepted, and you are not heard, and your feelings are not valid. So all of this programming were happening as you were growing up. Because your feelings were invalidated, you never expressed yourself. So every emotions and feelings, they were suppressed and unexpressed. So if I want you to imagine that this program that is running, that is saying that you are not seen, you are not accepted, you are not loved, you are not heard, and all of that is covered with unexpression and suppression. So all the emotions are unexpressed and suppressed within you. And that is creating this paradigm of feeling rejected, feeling that not accepted. And everything is running your reality. So that's how you grew up. And because of it, you became highly empathic, you became compassionate, you became loving, because you understood that your feelings are not validated and they are not valid. Therefore, in order to feel loved, you have to be loving, you have to be empathic, you have to be compassionate. And that's when you will get love. That's when you get seen. And that's when you get heard. So this feeling of empathy, this feeling of compassion comes from this place of people pleasing. You want to please people to receive love. And I want you to visualize this is the paradigm that was creating, these are the programs are running your reality, and you are growing up in that reality. You're growing up with that idea, that sense of self, that you do not express yourself, your emotions are suppressed, you are not allowed to express yourself, you are not speaking up because everything is suppressed, and you are people pleasing in order to get love. This is the reality you are living in. So this is who you became growing up, as a people pleaser, empathic, compassionate. So coming back to today, you go to work and your boss ignores you, and that triggers you. And that trigger is that you feel unseen and unaccepted by your boss. And on the surface, it looks like that your boss to blame for not accepting you and not seeing you. And that creates this feedback to you that you are rejected by your boss. That creates this anger towards your boss that they are not seeing you. So even though we can blame your boss for not seeing you, but in reality, this programming has been running within you before you even started this work, before even you got into this job. This program, this pattern has been running within you since you were a child. So it has been in your body, suppressed deep within in your subconscious. And the external reality today is only showing the feedback to what is suppressed within you. So your boss ignoring you or rejecting you by not allowing you to express yourself, and this feeling that comes through that they are rejecting me, they are actually is just the surface, because this program has been running within you for many, many years. And if you look back to your life, you could really see this cycle of people not accepting you, people rejecting you, people ignoring you. And you can really evidence that as you look back in your life. So what we see here, the trigger that is rejection, that is feeling of being ignored, is not coming from the person who is ignoring you or triggering you right now. It is coming from your past, right? The person who's rejecting you or ignoring you, they are only giving you a feedback. They're only giving you a feedback. And this is what I want you to know, that everything externally that is happening is giving you a feedback to show you that there's a trigger within you. And that trigger of unacceptance and rejection is within you, that is showing up externally through your boss. So when we understand that it is just a feedback loop from someone who is outside of us, letting us know how we are feeling within us, we understand why this is happening. So every trigger that is happening in your life is a mirror to how you are feeling within yourself. So this is a great awareness and knowledge, that is that every person that you meet is a mirror that is reflecting how you are treating yourself. It is just a reflection. So if we start seeing people as a mirror, because they are only reflecting what we are feeling within, we get the feedback. If somebody is very nice to us, very kind to us, very loving to us, they are mirroring how we are feeling about ourselves, who we are within. And if somebody is triggering, and if somebody is rejecting, and if somebody is ignoring, they're also reflecting how do we feel about our own self and what is suppressed within us that is projecting outside, because everything is a projection and everything is a mirror. You are projecting who you are to somebody and they are mirroring back to you what you are projecting. So if there's a projection of rejection, that I am not accepted, my feelings are not valued, I am not validated, the person who is rejecting you, they're only mirroring that to you. And when we understand that it's all a mirror that is reflecting our own inner pattern, our programs, our subconscious beliefs that are being projected on the outside, and the outside is reflecting and mirroring what we are feeling in the inside, there is no trigger, because that is a reflection. And as soon as we have that feedback, we can start working on ourselves. We can release it. We become aware of it. We can really pay attention to, okay, because I invalidated my feeling, because I abandoned myself for many, many years, and because my parents abandoned me and neglected me and my needs were not met, I started abandoning myself, and the outside world is reflecting my abandonment to myself. And that is the trigger that I'm feeling. This is how we can start healing ourselves, because there's nothing to blame on the outside, because everything that is happening, it is coming from the inside. The world is a reflection. It is all the mirrors around you. And if it's everything is mirroring what you're feeling, there is no one to blame. There's nobody to blame. And when we take all the accountability and responsibility in our hand to what is being reflected on the outside is a clear signal to what is happening inside, then there's nobody to blame, because it is just a feedback loop to how we are feeling. So when you become aware of that, there is no anger towards anybody else. There's no blame to anybody else. The only thing that left is understanding that, okay, my parents were not there for me. People did not validate me when I really needed it. And I became empathic and compassionate because of all the pain I felt growing up, because of my caregiver were not there for me. Therefore, I created this feeling and this program and this suppression within myself to start ignoring my own needs, start rejecting my own needs, start abandoning my own needs. And because of that, the world is reflecting everything that I'm feeling. So in order for me to stop feeling that, I can really tune in. I can really see myself. I can really start paying attention to my feelings every time I become triggered by the outside, and start validating myself, start loving myself, start paying attention to myself, start feeling seen, and start seeing where this pain is, and start feeling where it is coming from, and start meditating, paying attention to where that is coming from. And when we start doing that, we start feeling the tears. We start realizing how hard we have been on us. And we start really taking accountability for our pain and our triggers. And that's when we start changing and transforming the feeling and the emotions, and we start expressing ourselves and start being there for ourselves. This is where it all starts. This is where it all begins. So this is what I want you to know. The triggers that is happening on the outside is a reflection on the inside. And when we start taking ownership of that and we start healing ourselves, the triggers dissolve. So I want you to start really become aware every time you get triggered, and really see yourself why you are being triggered, and start really being there for yourself, owning yourself, start meditating on that trigger, and really start saying to yourself, I am taking full responsibility to heal this trigger that I'm feeling, because I rejected my needs because of my upbringing, because of my parents were not being there. And because of that, now I am taking responsibility, because I am ready to change the way I feel. And as this feeling start transmuting, because you start taking ownership of that, the feeling, the emotions start transmuting, because they are seen for the first time. They are heard for the first time. They feel accepted for the first time. And the emotions come through, and you start transmuting these feelings. And you will start seeing that the outside stopped triggering you, because you are transmuting the feeling that triggered those feeling of unacceptance, rejection, abandonment. So with that, if you would like to truly, deeply release these emotions from the core so that you become aligned with your vision, the financial freedom and fulfillment that you truly desire, if currently you are stuck and you want to heal and release that completely fully, you can apply below to work with me so that I can help you release that completely, fully from the core so that you never ever suffer again with that. Like this video if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. May the light in me reaches the light in you.